What is going on, everybody? It is Craig, and well, I don't even know where to start. Clearly, you see the link, the descriptions. You know what this is about. I want to do a rant on a movie, but it's not a rant from a standpoint of like my rant on the one Child's Play movie, or my rant I did on the Halloween, which was freaking horrible. Halloween Kills. Broadcast Signal Intrusion, a 2001 film, 2021 film. The preview looked intriguing. You had some mystery, some broadcast signal intrusion that meant something, and someone was trying to crack the code. You really want to figure out what it means. Okay, I want to crack the goddamn code on what the freaking movie's about. Like, I not only was excited by the preview, but I saw, I want to say IMDb, it's got like a 70%, no, 5.5 IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like 70%. Not that, those are barometers for me necessarily, because I like plenty of movies they can't stand. But when I see it, it usually means, okay, it has potential. Please, if you like this movie, don't tell me in the comments why. Tell me in the comments what the fuck was happening. Because the basic shell is this guy finds this signal intrusion that was around for years and years, and many people knew about it, but it was new to him. So it's kind of like when you see that movie no one else saw, like 5 years later, you want to talk about it. That's what this guy wanted to do. And he's trying to crack the code, so he goes to some professor, then some random, like, spaced out, paranoid, schizophrenic type persona guy. Stop looking, man. The things don't mean what you think they mean. To the point where they're watching, he cuts his own throat so he gets some sleep. And he kills himself. Which, if it was building to some great, like, massive governmental control type thing, understandable. I don't think it built to that. And then there was a random woman who dropped in, who was following him. Why are you following me? Because I can control it. It's like cutting, but without cutting. What now? Like, that, I mean, listen, self-injurious behavior shouldn't be happening. Period. I agree. Get help. Find the, snap, rubber band, snapping, that works too. But you're going to follow somebody instead, that can get you in a lot of trouble. And then all of a sudden, this girl and him start doing shots of wild turkey. And then she's at his apartment. And guess what? She's random watching those signal intrusion things. And she thankfully knows Morse code, so she can figure out something. Like, if that isn't like the Deus Ex Machina mechanism, which is very telling in this fucking movie, because it's about robots. Kinda. Like, it's based off of a TV series, a fictional TV series where the guy makes a robot wife. And, like, you might think that sounds cringeworthy, but when I was young, there was a TV series called Small Wonder, where a guy made a robot daughter, and you can call that even more cringeworthy in many ways. But beyond what I just told you, I got nothing. I mean, you wound up killing somebody, and yeah, screw you with spoilers. You don't want to see it. I don't mean screw you. Screw them. Like, he wound up killing somebody, like, because I think he thought who these people were responsible for his wife going missing, because, right, whenever there's an intrusion, someone goes missing. And there was an intrusion the day after his wife went missing. You know how many fucking people go missing on a daily basis? So for him to just automatically presume that his wife was connected to that and that she didn't just randomly leave him anyway, now he shows up to some dude's house who at first comes off as slow, but then he breaks into character and you hear him speaking normally, and then you see him get buried. And then at the end, he's driving and he hits somebody that looks like a robot, but they're bleeding. And then you're thinking, when like, I fixed them all, does that mean the missing women were turned into like robot hybrid things? Which could be a really cool thing if they gave us more to it. Like, I don't know if this movie had a runtime like an hour over, and the studio's like, no, you gotta cut it. And they just like, fuck it. And they just cut shit that, like, let them figure it out. Like, it's a movie about figuring stuff out, so then you have to figure it out too. I like that it's meta, but don't do that to somebody because it's not fair. Or all these people giving these, it's an atmospheric joy thriller, and It's not divisive. It's not, or not divisive, derivative. It's not derivative of anything else I've ever seen. It's nuanced. It's this, it's that. I'm kind of thinking this is one of those things like when people look at a really simple modern art painting of like a triangle, and the one person goes, "Oh, isn't that breathtaking?" And then somebody else goes, "Yes, it's man's quest to fit in, but as a triangle in the negative space, it doesn't do so. It speaks to the art." No, it doesn't. I don't know. I want to get madder, but it's not. It was shot well, and the acting was fine. It just feels like people are picked and told to do scenes that should be in other movies, and like there's a self-help group, and there's some other girl who lost her husband, and they're trying to talk about it, and I guess she's kicking it to him, but they're kind of married. I'm like, she's like, I know, me too, but they're really gone, and not like there's so much going on that's not piece to anything. Please, if you like this movie, maybe I saw a secret edited version. Maybe when I watched it on Showtime decided to screw people. Like, haha, we're gonna edit half of it out. But I want to. I'm not having the explosions I've had with some of the other movies, but in many ways, you know what I watched right after it. You know what movie I watched right after it to sort of like keep with the trend and all, and kind of give me something else to watch. I watched the Poughkeepsie Tapes, which is another like tapes found type movies type, and in kind of the one mask looks like the one mask the girl got put in. At least that movie's nice and straightforward. And like pretty gnarly serial killer and smart son of a bitch and all that. But pretty straightforward. That's sort of a way to cleanse the palate. But Broadcast Signal Intrusion, I don't fall for the trailer. Like the trailer looks really good. It's unless there's a DVD extended cut coming out with an hour of extra footage to explain everything. Especially the girl. The girl vanished. She came in. She showed up. She did a thing. She left. She was there briefly. She's like lied and died with this guy for no reason. Like, what? Why? So is she a plant? I don't know. I've only gone too far. I only wanted to do this for 5 minutes. Just stay away from it. Avoid it. Help yourselves. If you want to watch a weird movie about tapes, go to one of the VHSs or Poughkeepsie Tapes. Very straightforward in that case. This movie is mind-boggling. And don't be like, oh, you must not get the nuances. I get the nuances just fine. They're not there. Anyway, have a good one, everybody, and if there's a movie you want me to watch that you think is going to set me off, I'd be happy to check it out. Just let me know in the comments. Peace.